Okay, good morning, one and all present here. I'm Dimple Jaiswal, a proud member of GIT family. I'm associated with Computer Science Department. Firstly, I want to welcome you all audience present over here. Yeah, we all are excited for today's session. As today's webinar, Career Connect is all about career option, which are most liked and important topic, not only for youth, but also for everyone. By not taking so much time, let me introduce you all our guest speakers who are also member of GIT family. I'm very pleased to introduce to our first guest, Mr. Shubham Gupta.
Hey
He is
guys.
UI UX consultant, senior software engineer at MetaCube Software Private Limited. He is having an experience of 6 years in IT industry. He is also a Get Trainer lead in MetaCube Softwares. He has completed BTech in 2014 from CSE branch from our college. He is having global experience of Toronto, Canada. He is passionate about programming. That's why he used to run a computer club, Pirates of Computers, in college time. He loved to share his knowledge and very excited. Never lose any chance to meet you guys. So welcome to GIT once again, Mr. Shubham. Okay,
Uh,
Shubham.
thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. I've never had such introduction. Okay, guys, let me know if you all are can hear me. Uh, can we have a green signal that we can go for the presentation or kind of
Yeah,
a talk?
yeah, you can hear.
Okay, so uh, I think what I can do, I can share my screen as a presentation. Just give me a second. Okay, so hello. Yes, and play. I go to screen sharing options. Mm, Screen share. Let me know when you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, yeah, Shubham.
Is- Okay, great. So, good morning, one and all. I'm Shubham. As Dimple ma'am already covered a lot of things about me. That I completed my engineering from GIT itself in 2014. Okay, so my hobbies mostly used to share things which are in current scenario or which are in trends. So I'm working in Metagive Softwares as a senior software engineer. Uh, I'm having an experience around 6 years, and right now, for you guys, I have something to share. Like as you can see that I'm sharing two things over here. That is one is website and one is YouTube channel. So it is more for the CSIT branch students. If you want to learn about the web development, you can go with this YouTube URL and can learn all things which is related to the web development. And you will be needing an IDE. So for that, we have a website that is codeup.in, which is created by me itself. So you can use both the things to increase your knowledge in web development. So Dimple ma'am covered one thing in my introduction that I used to run a club, which is Pirates of Computers in my college time. So this is basically a computer clubs, and in that club, we used to do a lot of things. Like we go with the events, we have competitions, we release the magazine, we do a lot of things in that clubs, and that club actually give me the experience or actually give me the knowledge that how to uh, get started with your career. I mean, how to learn things, how to start with your learning curve, and what you need to achieve in your life, or what actually you want to do in your career, in the engineering career. So guys, I would like to request all to join such kind of forums, such kind of community, which helps you out that what is going on into the current scenario and what is the requirement in the corporate world. Okay, so without wasting any time, I should go for the first uh, slide, which is theory versus practical. I would like to interrupt this presentation in between, and I would like to see the. Okay, I'm sharing this. Okay. So I have created a poll. I hope you have answered that. So how many of you think that which one is very important, theory or practical? So Dimple ma'am, can you see the poll? Anyone can see the poll and having any result that how much people are saying theory and how much are saying practical?
No, poll is not visible.
Poll is not visible. That is okay. So I'm just generally asking to every student or everyone who is joining this session. So I would like to tell you that which thing is more important. If you really want to compare these two things, so you'll find out that you cannot compare. The both are having the same weightage, or these things are not comparable. Actually, the units are different, so you cannot compare these things, right? So theory, if I go to practicals in the engineering students, every student is looking for the practicals. He or she says like practicals are much more intuitive or much more attractive, or you feel better while you are doing practicals, and you feel bored while you are going with the theory knowledge. So let's take a scenario. Okay, so where did this theory start? I mean, where did you get the theory? So if you think over that, how we came from these theories. So before that, uh, whoever person have created a theory uh, would be doing, like might be doing some lot of experiments first. So by doing a lot of experiments, then he or she came to a conclusion, and then she or he made a theory. So theory is the result of practicals. Actually, theory is the result of practicals. So if you're doing experiments, then you will come to a conclusion that will be theory. So so you can get my point now. Like theory is something which is already proved by someone. I mean, it came from experiments or the practicals, so you can rely on that. So this is a theory. So and what are the practicals? That in college time in engineering, there are two kind of practicals. One is experimental, so you experiment something and then get into a result. And second one is implementing a theory. So already there is a theory, and you are going to implement that in your labs or whatever. Okay, so so in college, if you don't know the theory, you will waste your lot of time in practicals, right? And if you have a good knowledge of theory which is already proved by someone or given by provided by someone, so that will help you out with your experiments, that will give you a shorter results. So let us assume one more things, like any kind of investigation. If we are doing any investigation, so we have to create one theory and follow that theory to get into the conclusion. So I would request all the students to take care of both things. Don't only go with the practical, and don't only go with the theory. So both are having the similar weightage. You cannot compare these things. So in my presentation, by on every slide you will be having like versus a theory versus practical, and in the next slide you will be having a lot of things in the verses. But I will say both are equally important. You cannot avoid anyone. Okay, so any questions regarding to this slide, you can basically put into the chat, and I will take into the Q&A session. Okay, so this is all about theory versus practical. So now let's go to the next slide. Okay, and which is marks versus skills. again this same confusion or contradiction. So it cannot be possible. If you are going with the marks only, uh, your future will be dark. If you are going with the skills only, that won't be possible. If you are not having the mark, how can you go with this skill? How can you get placed? How can you cover your BTech? So this will also impact your resume or everything. Okay, so a lot of students are asking similar kind of things, like marks versus skills. So I would request, sorry, there is some distribution. Okay, so a lot of students are looking forward the marks and not taking care about the skills. Now what are the differences, why I'm having this topic, the marks versus skills? So let's say I have a lot of friends of mine, so they are having like 80%, like 85% average in engineering, and they are still struggling with the jobs or any stable future. So marks is not everything. If you are compromising your skills over the marks. Okay, similarly, a different example, this is for the better results. Now one is for the bad results. I can see a lot of people in the BTech and BTech colleges, like engineering colleges, which are not having good marks, and they got depressed, they got demotivated, and say that we don't have good marks, and how will we get placed, and how will we looking after all these things. So I would like to say that you enter into engineering. I would like to take my example. In the first semester, I got only 61 percentage. In the first semester, I got 61 percentage, and in the last semester, I got 88 percentage, which is the eighth semester. So my experience was from 61 percentage to 88 percentage, which is wonderful. Now I got to realize that how to crack the RTU papers, right? And you everyone understand that how to prepare with the RTU examination, how to score well into the BTech examination. I won't say engineering examination, I will say BTech examination. So getting better marks will again a better skill. So if you are having a skills, then you can go with the marks. Okay, so I would like to say prepare all better prepare all better skills that you can have. I'm a CS branch student. I was the CS branch student. Nowadays I'm working as a software developer. So I would like to say more for the CSID peoples that your skills matter a lot. And what are your skills? Your skills are not the languages that you have learned. Like you have learned C, C++, Java, like someone says Python, someone says React, someone says machine, oh, sorry, any kind of thing like this. So I would like to say that that won't be your skills. These are the programming languages, whatever you are saying, right? That can never be the skills. Okay. So what can be your skills are? Your skills can be the programming fundamentals. You are good with the programming fundamentals. This is your skills. You are good with the object-oriented programming. That will be your skills. You are good with the data structures, analysis and algorithms, in structuring the database. So you can be good on those things which are the principle or the paradigms of the software industry. Okay, so you cannot say my skill is Java, my skill is this, my skill is this. So these are the programming languages, and your skill can be like, again, the programming fundamentals, object-oriented, data structures, anything which are related to that. Okay, so take care of all these things. Again, for the uh, different branches like digital electronics and the electronics branch and the electrical branch, mechanical, civil. So all the branches must have their knowledge of their stream. Okay, so you must be having a good skills which can be, you know, presentable to the interviewer or everyone uh, uh, whom you are looking for a job or any kind of things. Like, so be comfortable with your skills and feel the power. Whatever you have learned, if you are having the skills, you must be able to execute anything out of that. Okay, so if you have the power, you have the skills, and you can create anything out of your knowledge or your skill set, then who can stop you? I think no one can stop you, and you won't be dependent on the campus placement or offline placement or anything. You will be like you will be very confident about your skill set, and no one can stop you to getting a job, or for getting a job or anything like achieving something in your life. Okay, so first prioritize your skills, that I have to be very clear with my skill set, and then I'll look after all other things. Okay, so for this slide, you might be having or maybe having a lot of questions, so please ask and we'll answer into the last. So the next slide is again a versus. So this is experience versus knowledge. Okay, so can you guys compare these two things, experience versus knowledge? So I would like to take an example of one of my known. He was my junior, and he was looking for a job in database administration and like that. So in database, if you want to get a job, so for the bigger organization, they will always be asking for the experience. They won't allow for the they won't allow freshers, because database is a bigger responsibility, and which is really very, you know, important to work on a database which can be having the sensitive data, and which should be taking care of all these things. Okay, so experience matters. Now what about knowledge? If you have particular knowledge, uh, will you not be deserving getting a job over on the knowledge basis only? So I would say no. I would really say, if you have a good knowledge, I would say you are still not the deserved one who can get the job. So what is the difference between knowledge and experience? Now, if you have knowledge of anything, like you understand anything, right? You have a good knowledge of any technology or any sort of components, any machinery or like that. So you now are eligible or okay, that how can you start a project. Okay, so if you are assigned with a project, you can now start a project if you have a good knowledge of your technologies. Good, fine, very good. Okay, now come to the experience. You can start the project, but if you don't having the experience, you will not be able to complete it. I'm very sure you will not be able to complete it, because once we started working into the projects, we we find lot of obstacle or, you know, difficulties we find over there, which is a real time challenges, and for those you must be needing the experiences. And now you are looking for a job, and you're coming out from a college, and how will you be having the experiences? I mean, you cannot be having the experiences. So for that, I would like to say one thing, and I used to say to every student of engineering student, so which is like do as much projects as you can in your college life, right? You all are supposed to be technical, and you all are engineer, and just think over it, that you are having a lot of in numbers, and how much application mobile apps you are using, developed by your students only. So do you have any single app which is developed by from your college only? Do you have any single machinery in your college which is developed by mechanical or electricals? Do you have any kind of thing that is developed by the students, and that is now using into your college? So do real-time things, right? And start something and get feedbacks. So a lot of student, again, I'm saying one more thing into it. I'm adding one more thing, which is like a lot of students having confusion around what is the live project and what is a dead project. There is nothing a dead project, nothing what we call a dead project. So what is live and what is a normal project? So whatever you are doing, you say, if I upload it into onto the website, this is a live project. So this is not the way of saying things. Okay, so live project is something in which you are having proper releases. Like in corporate we have a 3 week sprint planning. So after 3 weeks we used to release a patch, or we used to release a new version of a application or a software. So this how we release the softwares updates. So these are the live projects where you are getting the feedbacks from the users, and on the basis of the feedbacks and the requirement of those software, you provide a next release dependent on those things. So that are the live projects where your users are live, giving the proper feedbacks, and you are improving and you are presenting, serving everything. So those are the live projects. So for that you need a user base. You cannot say a project is a live project if you are having like 2 or 3 or 10 or 15 users on the website. At least you must be having more than 1,000 users on a website, and then you can say that it's a live project. You are getting real feedbacks. Okay, so this is more about the experience that you should start doing projects into your projects for every branch, like mechanical, electrical, electronics, CS, IT, civil. You should be working on a project. I would like to say that if you are an engineer, you should be good enough in making a kind of architecture of any kind of project. You should understand the problem given by the client or everyone who's looking for that problem solution. You can design anything. Remember, if you can design anything and if you can create POC, I would like to say POC is a proof of concept. If you can do POC of any kind of problem or a task given to you, then only you can work upon that project. You should understand what will be the core of that project and what kind of challenges can be come across into the project. So that's why you should uh, be into the battle first. Like you should work better into your college days and then go into the corporate. Okay, so it's fairly much on this slide. I'll go to the next slide, and which can be my last slide. So this one is college versus corporate. So again, it is not the one we can have both the things. So here can be the college or can be the corporate. You can uh, select one. So now what is the difference between college and corporate? So let us assume that what we do for or the projects in college. Let's say if I'm talking about CSID branch, you are given with the program. Okay, so you have 60 people in your classroom or 80 people in your classroom, and you are all are assigned with the single program. Okay, and what happened in corporate? Let's say you are 60 people in a project. Okay, and do you think that you all are assigned with the similar task in the corporate? No, it can never be. If you are all are doing the same job, nothing gonna happen in the project. Okay, so they provide different tasks to different person, and then they compile that work, and then they deploy or further things on this, right? So in college we are more into the learning. So everyone is doing the same job, and now we are into a lack of position. Like we don't know that how to work in a group, how to work as a collaborator, how to work, how to use the online repositories, how to use tools which says that how can work into the group. So what is Kanban, what is Zira, Rally, these kind of things, where you can divide your task. You can assign a task to a particular person or a student or your friend, and then you compile your work, right? And then you can start. So in college, if you are giving your project, you will be getting your marks, right? If project is having the maximum number can be the 100, so you will get 60%, like 60 marks, and you'll be happy. If you get 80%, you'll be very happy, and if you get 90%, you'll be like, oh, I've created something which can change the world. But in corporate you'll be finding that you have to clear the project with the 100%. Anyhow, you are paid for that, and there is no choice of leaving anything out in the project. Okay, so be clear about your projects, that when you are starting, what you need to do, and you have to finish it. And one last thing on this, I would like to say, in college time, whatever you are making, all right, whatever you are making, you have to test it. And what should be the mindset to test it? You should test this project with the mindset that you have to fail this anyhow. You have to ruin the image of the developer or the engineer who have created this. Okay, so test this, and then recompile this, and develop this, and then show to someone, and then demonstrate to someone. So this is all about my views over these things, which are technical discussion over student life. So I would like to thank you all, and that's it from my side. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, Shubham. Very informative session. Actually, students always get confused by the different things like marks and skills, theories and practicals. Yeah, but you cleared it out. And now I think the student very much familiar with corporate work also, and they will prepare according to that. Thank you, Shubham.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, now it's time for our second guest. Okay, I'm very pleased to introduce our second guest, Mr. Dilnawaz. He is the founder at Co-Design Labs and PowerDeck. He has over 12 years year experience across design, technology, and startup incubation industry. He is also a subject matter expert on pitch decks, startup fundraising, and lean startups. Alongside running Co-Design Labs and PowerDecks, he acts as an advisor at various academic institutions, where he supports them with the creation of an entrepreneurial ecosystem focusing towards student entrepreneurship and innovation. In past, he has worked with CIIE, IIM Ahmedabad as a program manager and Unitas Ventures as a consultant. Mr. Dilnawaz has delivered several keynotes, panel discussion, workshops, training session, and not more than 100 plus national level startup business conferences and events, along with forums like TEDx, Josh Tax, etc. He is a passionate learner and avid reader, and an entrepreneur who is always on a quest to explore new areas, solve problems, and build new things. Welcome, Mr. Dilnawaz. Over to you,
Hi.
sir.
Hi. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We have around 408 people watching us. That's really nice. And let me move to chat. Perfect. Okay, so hello chat. How's everything? Monday morning ko is tarah ka session, either it's too much on the people or too motivating. Huh? ठीक है. So thanks for the introduction, and thank you to the GIT family. It's almost a decade since I passed out, so so officially I'll finish my 10 years of passing out this year, and there's a lot to look back and talk about. I have made a small presentation, although it's more on general things about how was the college, what you can do, what I've been doing, those kind of things. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Can you quickly, guys, type in the chat if you're able to hear me clearly? Can you quickly say a yes? I don't see much action happening in chat.
Yes, Dilwas, you're audible.
Okay. No. I want people to at least give me a thumbs up or at least interact, so that I know what's happening with the chat, or are they even listening, or Acha, theek hai. So before I jump into my presentation, let me ask you two very quick questions. I'll be looking for answers for both of these questions. Question number one is, do you want the session to be in English? You want it to be in general English? Because I want to keep it casual. English kare, Hindi kare? जल्दी बताओ. English के लिए English लिखो, हिंदी के लिए हिंदी लिखो. I'll take a minute to set up everything up, then we'll start. Yes, आ रहा है सबका. ये नहीं पता लग रहा है इंग्लिश में करना है हिंदी में करना है. अच्छा, ठीक है इंग्लिश में करते हैं. we'll keep it somewhere in the middle. ठीक है. अच्छा, okay. Second thing, how many of you aspire to be an entrepreneur, or how many of you English? हाँ, perfect. English में करते हैं. अर्चित, how many of you aspire to be an entrepreneur? How many of you think of building a startup or want to build something of your own, not go a very conventional career path, and want to be an entrepreneur? Any aspiring entrepreneurs here? Any aspiring entrepreneurs? Anybody who's thinking to build a company, who's thinking to build a startup, who's thinking to kind of I think this chat is little delayed, I think. Okay, and the last question before I begin the presentation. So the last question is, what years are you in? I have 414 people watching. What year are you in? Are you in first year? Are you in second year? Are you in third year? Are you in fourth year? How many third and final year students here? Bilingual? Yes, we'll do it bilingual. जल्दी से बता दो कौन से ईयर के हो और कितने लोग स्टार्टअप करना चाहते हैं, कितने लोग स्टार्टअप नहीं करना चाहते हैं. Perfect. ठीक है. So can you see my screen, everyone?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Can you see the slide? A walk down the memory lane.
Yes, visible.
Okay, perfect, guys. ठीक है. So see, what I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to talk about primarily some sort of key milestones or journey that I've had back in college, and how it then enabled me to do what I'm doing right now. ठीक है. So we'll keep it, as I said, very very casual. बहुत general conversation रखेंगे, बहुत general बात करेंगे, and I'll try to give you as much value as possible in next 10-15 minutes, and then I will be looking for a couple of questions. So feel free to post your questions in the chat, and I'll pick them up little later on. So the reason I'm calling it a walk down the memory lane is because most importantly, I'm going to talk about my college life. क्या 4 साल में उसमें क्या किया, आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो, और उसका सक्सेस और फेलियर के अराउंड क्या रिजल्टेंट निकला, and then of course I'll be talking a few things about startups, entrepreneurship, that sort of thing, right? So thank you everyone. My name is Dil Nawaz. I am founder at 2 companies. I run CodeDesign Labs and I run PowerDeck. CodeDesign Labs is a design ops management company. PowerDeck is a company where we work with startups and help them create pitch decks. I can give you more details about CodeDesign Labs and PowerDeck later in the session, right? When somebody asks me who I am, I have 3 particular words to define who I am. I'm an engineer by choice. So unlike most of you who think that they did engineering out of force, I am somebody who wanted to do an engineering, and I'm an engineer by choice. धक्का मार के करो या इच्छा से करो, इंजीनियरिंग बहुत सारी और भी चीजें सिखाती है. अगर टाइम मिलेगा तो हम उसके बारे में बात करेंगे, बिकॉज आप हो सकता है आप अच्छे इंजीनियर नहीं बने हो, बट आप अच्छे प्रोफेशनल जरूर बन जाओगे इंजीनियरिंग करके, ये आई कैन गारंटी यू, इफ यू डू इंजीनियरिंग प्रोसेस, यू गो थ्रू इंजीनियरिंग प्रोसेस रिगरसली, ठीक है. So if you are able to cope up with the process of engineering, even if you don't become a great engineer, you'll be a great professional, right? Although it's not a great thing to say, because when you do engineering, you want to be an engineer, right? Second is, of course, I am entrepreneur by passion. I have been somebody who has always been looking to solve problems, जिसको gaps दिखते हैं, problems दिखते हैं, and he wants to build solutions around that. And evangelist by profession, that means that yes, I evangelize about startups, I evangelize about entrepreneurship. Evangelist का मतलब होता है anybody who kind of go out there in the market and talks about things, right? So very simply, I talk to make money, and that is what I do with my time and with my profession. And evangelizing is what I do, right? Although other than running the two companies that I run. So it's roughly 12 years of experience. I know you'll be surprised because 10 साल pass out हुए हुए 12 कैसे होंगे? I'll answer that question. So my experience has been across majorly 3 sectors: design, technology, and startup incubation industry. I'll decode them each for you when we move by the presentation. Right. So, and during my journey, I had a privilege of working with a couple of biggest national brands, whether it's IIM Ahmedabad CII, whether it's TEDx, whether it is United Ventures, Angel Hack, Microsoft, and IIT. And then, of course, currently I work with biggest 20 of the national players when it comes to startup ecosystem. So we work with NASSCOM, we work with CIE, Nexus, TIE, and multiple AICs across the country. And of course, I got a chance, as I said, I speak, I work, my work is speaking, my work is to go and talk and deliver workshops, talk to people, evangelize, and which takes me to places. So अभी COVID के कारण मैं घर पे बैठा हूँ, वरना I was traveling like 7, 8, 10 days a month. Okay, so how did it all started? Let us start from this particular point. ये शुरू कैसे हुआ? So पूरी journey की शुरुआत कहाँ से है? Where did it all started? And then, as I said, I'll be touching upon a couple of milestones. So it's all started back in 1994 when I got my first PC. I was a kid back then. 7-8 साल का, 6 साल का बच्चा, पहली बार एक कंप्यूटर उसको मिलता है और वो एक गेम खेलना शुरू करता है, प्रिंस ऑफ पर्शिया या डेव, इस तरह के गेम्स आते थे. एंड 1994 तक विंडोज वाज इन अ वेरी अर्ली नेसेंट स्टेज. 93 विंडोज आई थिंक रिलीज हुआ था, इफ आई रिमेंबर करेक्टली. इट वाज पोस्ट 3.1 विंडोज. इट वाज वन ऑफ दोज फर्स्ट कमर्शियल विंडोज दैट रियली was big out there. So when I was playing these games and everything, of course, किसको गेम खेलना पसंद नहीं है, but what made me curious was the first batch file command of my life. So I saw one of my technically my Mama Ji Rana. He was a computer engineer back then, and he ran a batch file command to create a shortcut for running the game on Windows 95 computer, right? And it was surprising. ये 1-2 साल बाद की बात है जो बता रहा हूँ. It was surprising कि यार ये है क्या, ये किया कैसे. And you know, the best part about being a kid is you always go and ask stupid questions, and you can always go and ask stupid questions, right? So अभी हम जब बड़े हो जाते हैं, हमें लगता है कि यार हम कोई सवाल पूछेंगे तो अगला आदमी हमको बोलेगा कि इसको ये भी नहीं आता, देखो कितना बेवकूफ है, right? But as a kid, we are always curious, we're exploring things, doing random stuff, and that is how I asked him कि ये है क्या. And that is what gave me the first exposure कि अच्छा, इस मशीन को आप अपने हिसाब से tweak भी कर सकते हो. And that is where my curiosity in computers kind of ignited, and that's why I say I wanted to be an engineer, because समझ में आ गया था और लोगों से बात किया, बड़ा होते होते figure out किया कि यार ये चलता कैसे, होता कैसे है. 12th class तक I finished the coding. Why right 12th class तक finished the coding? Because I never had computer science in my 11th 12th. I was a state basketball player, and I was playing clusters. I was playing for my school, my state, and multiple other things. Despite the fact मैंने coding पढ़ के 12वीं क्लास तक खत्म कर ली थी. C++ ये सब बेसिक्स अपने खत्म कर लिए थे, तो कमांड आ गया था सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर. ठीक है, तो ये जरूर ध्यान रखना जब हम आगे बात करेंगे, ये माइलस्टोन जरूर ध्यान रखना कि कोडिंग खत्म कर ली थी या कोडिंग आती थी, इसके बारे में. ठीक है, जब कॉलेज में आए तो क्या हुआ कि मेरा फर्स्ट कॉलेज का यूरोका मोमेंट जो था वो रादर 2 यूरोका मोमेंट थे. So I was from electronics. I was from electronics batch 2006 to 2010. So my first eureka moment was when the robotics club was being run by a few of the seniors, and we were not able to find the components to build the robot. क्योंकि उस टाइम पे अगर आप 2006 का जयपुर देखो, ठीक है, तो 2006 के जयपुर में वो सारे इक्विपमेंट नहीं मिलते थे, वो सारे डिवाइसेस नहीं मिलते थे, उसके लिए दिल्ली जाना पड़ता था या रेडियो मार्केट जाना पड़ता था चांदनी चौक में. सो आई रियलाइज के एज अ स्टूडेंट ऑल्सो पैसे भी नहीं थे, तो यार ये हो नहीं सकता. एंड देन आई वाज ऑलवेज डूइंग कंप्यूटर, आई वाज लर्निंग हैकिंग, आई वाज रीडिंग बुक्स. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली आई वाज टीचिंग माय रूममेट जिनको कोडिंग नहीं आती थी. एंड अगर तुम 400 लोग आपस में इवेल्युएट करो, I can for sure tell you, and let me check the chat. कितने लोगों को कोडिंग आती है? अगर थर्ड ईयर फोर्थ ईयर में से कितने लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है अपनी कोडिंग को लेकर? एक बार क्विकली टाइप करके बताओ मुझको. On a scale of 10, rate yourself, 10 be the best, 1 be the worst, rate yourself as a coder. एक बार अपना रेटिंग दोगे मेरे को? हाँ, ईयर तो पता लग गया. I now want to know out of 10, how will you rate yourself as a coder? 4, 2 out of 10. Okay. अच्छा, चैट स्लो चल रहा है आई थिंक. ठीक है, तो we will pick up this later on. So moving ahead, so what happened then, that when I started teaching my friends, and I think teaching became a very strong thing for me, because when I was teaching my friends, I realized that popularity multiplied, because I was teaching 3 of my friends, and then they said क्या दिलनवाज को बड़ी अच्छी कोडिंग आती है, उन लोगों को पता लगा. I started teaching my seniors in the library, and then what happened, we realized that by second year I was good enough when I was teaching people, right? तो एक तो टीचिंग वाला कंपोनेंट बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग माइलस्टोन रहा मेरे कॉलेज की जर्नी में. एक ये माइलस्टोन बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग रहा कि रोबोटिक्स क्लब में वो किस्मत थी कि इक्विपमेंट नहीं मिले. थर्ड एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली, हमारा जो सेकंड ईयर था या हमारा जो फर्स्ट ईयर था, रिमेंबर जब मैं फर्स्ट ईयर में होता था मेरे कॉलेज में, 2006 का बात है, there used to be a techno fest which was called जिज्ञासा, वो शायद अभी भी होता है. I was into top 3 in coding competition in Jigyasa. And what I realized, guys, that a kid from a city called Kota who never had a formal computer science education was in top 3, and the other 2 peers जो मेरे साथ बाकी जो फर्स्ट और सेकंड पे थे, या जो भी फर्स्ट और थर्ड पे थे, मुझे एग्जैक्टली पोजीशन याद नहीं मैं किस पे था, वो लोग दोनों दिल्ली से थे, वो लोग दोनों आईसीएसई बोर्ड से थे, और दोनों कंप्यूटर साइंस को की पढ़ाई करके आए थे 2 साल. सो ये तीनों चारों चीजें जब मल्टीप्लाई हुई, एम्पलीफाई हुई, तो आई रियलाइज कि आई एम रियली गुड एट दिस. सो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल कम एंड आस्क कि ये कैसे पता लगा आप किस में अच्छे हो. So you have to start doing something which you actually like, and also, you know, as I think, you also have to kind of try and teach other people, and then with time you realize that you're really good at something or you're not good at something, right? So teachings happened. I became the founder of the Paris of Computers. I was one of the founding presidents. We were 3 people who started the club, and then we started teaching students. To give you a number, the average student size in a lecture theater was 60 people. And we had roughly 120 people attending our classes. And the classes used to be almost free, voluntarily done post college hours. So 3:30 से लेके 5:30 तक students आते थे, seniors आते थे, बैठ के coding पढ़ते थे. And that thing multiplied, and that thing created a platform for so many people after that people use this platform to really build up their careers. So, you know, I was there, then Shubham was there, then Nishant was there, Poshi. I can name at least 15 to 20 Rhythm. I can name 15 to 20 such people in those next 5-7 batches who really took the advantage of such a club. सो एक कम्युनिटी, एक क्लब का होना जहाँ पे पीयर लर्निंग है, वो बहुत क्रिटिकल होता है किसी भी आदमी की ग्रोथ में, स्पेशली कॉलेज के टाइम पे. सो मैं कॉलेज का ज्यादा इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ यू बैक देयर इन कॉलेज, एंड ये जो होता है ना फैक्टर, अपना कुछ करते हैं, ये फैक्टर हमेशा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है जब आप कॉलेज में होते हो और आपको लगता है कि यार अपना कुछ किया जाए. सो ये क्लब चालू किया, एंड बाय 2008 आई स्टार्टेड दिस कंपनी कॉल्ड वैलिस्को. ये स्पेशली मैंने फेसबुक टाइमलाइन से निकाला है, एंड a lot of things that I emphasize are already there on my Facebook. I'm a big social media freak, and any and everything I think I put on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. So you can of course go and connect with me there. We'll talk about that later on. But most importantly, I put everything there for a very simple reason कि आप एक तो आर्काइव करते हो अपनी लाइफ, डॉक्यूमेंट करते हो अपनी लाइफ, एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड द कंपनी बैक इन 2008. सो 2-2.5 साल के अंदर I was able to get the confidence that I am capable enough of running the company. So if you're really good at something and if you've achieved mastery in that particular skill set, I think you can always go and make money out of that, right? हाँ, इसमें वो जरूर था कि बहुत सारे काम फ्री में भी किए, बहुत सारे काम पैसे लेके भी किए, बहुत सारे काम चीप रेट पे भी किए, because we're trying to build a brand. But of course, you can always start making money when you're really good at something, right? So to 2008, that's why I say 12 years, right? 2008. So I was running this company almost like full time, right? Then you always have to upskill. In 2008, 2009, Microsoft student partner bana main, फिर Microsoft certified professional bana. I became Microsoft certified professional eventually in 2010 and 11. ठीक है. And then 2010, when my college was about to end, my dream back in first year was to crack the 3.5 lakh package of Infosys. वो मेरा ड्रीम था कि भाई ये अगर मैं कर लूंगा अपनी लाइफ में तो मैं बस जिंदगी जीत जाऊंगा, सबसे बेस्ट हो सकता है. एंड आई नेवर न्यू दैट इस 4 साल की जर्नी के बाद जब मैं पलट के देखूंगा, सो आई विल हैव 2 placements to begin with, plus I will have a company which is running, and then I got my admissions from US in NYU and IIT Chicago, two of the most premium universities, most importantly in MS and CS. So I was that good in computers. So whether it is my letter of recommendation, whether it is my letter of intent, whether it is my other things that I sent there, I was really good at computers. So, but yes, of course, I didn't go then. I took a step back. I stayed back. I continued my company. And then in a nutshell, I'll tell you. So then I, of course, ran my company Balisco from 2010 to 2013. 13, I moved to Startup Oasis, which was the first technology business incubator of Rajasthan. It was a joint venture between RICO and CIM Ahmedabad. I partly consulted with United Seed Fund. So United Seed Fund basically is a venture capital firm. So that gave me exposure in terms of funding, investments, that sector. And then I co-founded Codesign Labs in 2016. And so this is how the website looks. And 2018 ने PowerTech शुरू किया. ठीक है. So having said all this, so today where am I? I have been almost to more than 200 plus startup conferences as a speaker. I go to multiple programs, meetups, this and that. I've spoken with more than 10,000 entrepreneurs, and I have mentored more than 100 companies, whether in growth stage or business stage. That is what my almost 12 years, 10 years journey has been, right? Having said that, let me talk about 3 critical, most important learnings that you can take out of session today. And I think I'll be more than happy to answer a couple of questions. We had very last time, 20 minutes, बहुत ही कम time था, so that's why we really want to wrap up a lot of things. So 3 चीजें जो तुमको मुझे लगता है कॉलेज में ध्यान रखनी चाहिए. और if as a senior, if as a super senior, if I can give you a success mantra for achieving success or getting what you want back in college for 2020, let me give you 3 things. Number 1 is skill compounds. Okay, so keep on learning and keep on upskilling yourself. So now a very important component is related. So a lot of people, come and say कि क्या सीखे सबसे पहले, या ये कैसे फिगर आउट करें कि स्किल कौन सा सीखना है. सो इस पे बहुत सिंपल सा रूल है, सब कुछ सीखो और फिर नेगेटिव लिस्टिंग करो. सो अगर तुमको 10 काम करने अच्छे लगते हैं ना, उनको पेपर पे लिखो और 10 काम करो. सी अनटिल अनलेस तुम उन 4 साल में हो ना जब कॉलेज के, you can try and experiment as much as possible, because there's always a bouncing board under you. फेल हो जाओगे, ईयर बैक लग जाएगी, या प्लेसमेंट नहीं होगा, लाइफ खत्म नहीं होगी. ट्रस्ट मी ऑन दैट. आई हैड बैचमेट्स जिन लोगों का 2010 में के बाद भी 1 साल तक प्लेसमेंट नहीं हुआ, and those guys in these 10 years have gone international. They're working with multinationals on huge packages and they're sitting abroad. So ये जो फियर होता है ना हमारे माइंड में कि यार फेल हो गए तो क्या होगा, सो एक्सपेरिमेंट करो अपने स्किल सेट के साथ. ट्राई एंड लर्न as much as new things as possible. And then also skill set में भी एक बड़ा critical component होता है connected skill set सीखो. ऐसा नहीं है कि एक दिन तो भूत चढ़ा के स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी सीखेंगे, एक दिन भूत चढ़ा के गिटार सीखेंगे, एक दिन भूत चढ़ा के हम आज कोडिंग सीखेंगे, फिर एक दिन लगा कुकिंग सीख लेंगे, फिर एक दिन लगा डिजाइनिंग सीख लेंगे. stick to a core skill set and then build multiple things. So जैसे मैंने बताया था मेरे presentation में, so I started with batch file programming, then C करते करते समझ में आया कि अच्छा C तो लोकल कंप्यूटर के लिए होती है, फिर आप जब आगे जाओगे तो PHP वेब लैंग्वेज भी आती है क्योंकि वेब सॉफ्टवेयर डिमांड में आ गए थे. वेब करने लगे तो डिजाइनिंग खराब लगी, डिजाइनिंग करना शुरू किया तो रियलाइज हुआ कि अच्छा डिजाइनिंग के अलावा हम लोग अपना UI UX भी कर सकते हैं. वहां से ब्रांडिंग की समझ आई, ब्रांडिंग की समझ आते आते डिजाइनिंग कंपनी खोली, वो करते करते आज जो कंपनी है वो डिजाइन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट कंपनी है. तो 12-15 साल की जर्नी है जिसमें अलग अलग चीजें सीखते गए, अलग अलग चीजें समझते गए और इंप्लीमेंट करते गए बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू लाइक और व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू लाइक, राइट? Second most important thing, important learning that I want to give you is everyone fails, so don't be afraid to fail. The conventional system tells us not to fail. But when you try and experiment, and when you even try and experiment and learn new skills, every day there's going to be failure, right? Every time there's going to be failure. So never ever be afraid of failing. मैंने company fail के fundraise करने के बाद यार, and आज भी we have lost a lot of products, we have failed on a lot of money, right from failing a company to failing an investment to employee leaving your company to product not working to customer giving a negative feedback. Everything is a failure, and you have to learn to live with it. So any and every time you fail, any and every time use that failure as a success milestone for your next success. Figure out करो कि उसमें तुम क्या सीख सकते हो. ठीक है, I know अभी टाइम बहुत कम है, it might look like a very superficial ज्ञान, but we can definitely talk on strategic implementation of all these things little later on. When things go a little normal, I can try and come back to college, talk to all of you guys one there. Third and most critical, which nobody talks about, people know people, start building a network. In 2020, if you do not have a rock solid network of people, both online, both offline, भैया ना जॉब मिल रही है ना अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रही है. ये ध्यान रखना. वेदर प्लेसमेंट चाहिए, वेदर HR से कनेक्शन चाहिए, वेदर फंड चाहिए, वेदर स्टार्टअप करना है, कुछ भी चाहिए ना, यू नीड टू नो द राइट पीपल. सो एंड कॉलेज इज अ ग्रेट टाइम टू बिल्ड नेटवर्क, बिल्ड कनेक्शन, राइट? तुम फ्री में इंटर्नशिप कर सकते हो लोगों के लिए, तुम फ्री में लोगों को रीच आउट कर सकते हो कि हम आपके लिए ये काम कर देंगे, हमें बिकॉज व्हाई वुड समबडी हायर और वर्क विथ यू, राइट? और see what you can give back. So try and build your connections on LinkedIn, try and build your connections on social media, try and do as much as Shubham also said, try and do as much as projects as possible with as much different people as possible so that you start building a network. So summarizing it all together, I think I'm almost at 20 minutes. Summarizing all together, see, the mantra for success in college is a standard, line is opportunity meets preparation, but it amplifies with the network. It is very important. It everything amplifies with your network. It multiplies like anything. So you might be in the best prepared state, you might have the best opportunity, but if you do not know the right people along with that, so marketing, networking, knowing people becomes very critical. So I think with my journey, at least I can tell you कि skill set पे ध्यान रखो अपना, ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल चीजें करो, लोगों से मिलो, नेटवर्क बढ़ाओ अपना, and try and use your college life as a base. बहुत टाइम है कॉलेज में तुम्हारे पास अपना इन सब चीजों पे काम करने के लिए, and trust me, this time is not going to come back. Having said this, I just want to kind of close here. You can start posting your questions. But having said that, and of course, you can connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn. Here's my profile. You can click the photograph. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. But before that, before I leave, before I move on to questions, one thing I definitely want to acknowledge and admire, considering what's happening in GIT right now, I think that you have a very strong management. You have a very enthusiastic, understanding, and new energetic management. So I'm very sure हमारे time पे जब a few people were there who were very senior, they gave us a lot of opportunity to explore and try multiple things. हाँ, but ये जरूर मत उम्मीद करना कि यार तुम जाओगे और सब कुछ थाल पे मिल जाएगा सच के. You will not find anything on the platter, right? You'll have to fight for it. I remember Pirates of Computers खोलने से पहले 2-3-4 महीना प्रिंसिपल सर के ऑफिस के बाहर, हमारे HOD होते थे रमानी सर, उनके ऑफिस के बाहर बैठना पड़ता था जाके just to get the 10-minute meeting. तो फाइट दिखानी पड़ेगी, वो हसल दिखानी पड़ेगी. If you'll give up, it will never happen eventually, right? So college, as I said, is the best time. You have great people running the college, running the show. I think you can definitely go pitch your projects. Last year I was working, we did a project with college called Campus Startup School. I think it went phenomenally well. I think you should think about doing projects, think about building things in college. And I'm sure there'll be enough opportunities for you out there back in college itself that will help you in enhancing a skill set, right? Okay, so having said that, let me quickly stop sharing my screen. It's almost 23 minutes, and yep, that's it from my side. Any questions, guys? I'm happy to see people are saying 8 and 9 out of 10 in terms of coding. Good, guys. Good job, guys. अगर तुम इतने अच्छे हो तो तुम्हें टेंशन नहीं है यार. And अब तो अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत आ गई है. You can go on to freelancer, you can go to Upwork. हमें तो अकल ही नहीं थी हम जब कॉलेज में पढ़ते थे, पता ही नहीं था. At least now you have so many seniors who can tell you क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. So online experiment कर सकते हो. LinkedIn has become like I remember Facebook was in a very nascent stage when we were back in college, right? And हम लोग Orkut चाहते थे and professional understanding तो थी नहीं. So अब तो LinkedIn है. Reach out to anybody on LinkedIn. And let me tell you one very strong example. LinkedIn कैसे help करता है. सपोज तुम में से कोई मुझसे कनेक्टेड है और किसी को जॉब चाहिए, राइट? सो इफ यू कैन सी कि जिस कंपनी में जॉब चला रहे हो वो एचआर में नेटवर्क में है, उस कंपनी का फाउंडर को फाउंडर में नेटवर्क में है, यू कैन ऑलवेज रीच आउट टू मी और समबडी टू राइट अ रिकमेंडेशन. अब इमेजिन करो तुम्हें से किसी को मेटाक्यूब में जॉब चाहिए एंड शुभम इज अ रॉकस्टार एट मेटाक्यूब, राइट? मतलब तुम्हें क्या चाहिए लाइफ में? अगर तुम शुभम को जानते हो तो मेटाक्यूब में तुम्हें घुसने से कौन रोक सकता है, राइट? सो बिल्ड दोज नेटवर्क्स, राइट? ट्राई एंड एक्सप्लोर. एंड देखो एक एडवाइस जरूर दूंगा लास्ट में, एंड आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर क्वेश्चंस टू पॉप अप एंड आई थिंक देन वी कैन रैप. एक एडवाइस जरूर दूंगा लास्ट में कि देखो कलेक्टिवली क्या होता है ना, वी एक्ट लाइक हम अपने पत्ते नहीं खुलना चाहते कभी. वी डोंट वांट टू रिवील आवर ट्रेड सीक्रेट्स एंड यू नो द ट्रम्प कार्ड कि मैं किससे कनेक्टेड हूं. मुझे पता है बाद में जाके बहुत सारे लोग ना पीछे से लिंक्डइन रिक्वेस्ट भेजते हैं कि अभी लोग 10 लोग बैठ के बोलेंगे यार बेकार सेशन था, पता नहीं सुबह सुबह बुला लिया हमको. बट देन बाद में जाके सबको you know people, everybody is selfish, everybody has to make their own career. So later on what will happen, everybody will go on to LinkedIn or Instagram, will write a message, sir अच्छा लगा आपका सेशन, बताओ क्या कर सकते हैं साथ में. So start building a network, right? And of course you will have to have the basic skill set to give back. Yep, okay, so that's all from my side. Any more questions I'll be happy to answer, and otherwise over to you, ma'am. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mr. Dinawaz. Very inspiring journey. I must say, very inspiring. Most
Thank
of
you
the
so much.
people are inspired by your journey. Yeah. Now I think management will take interest in startups and incubation centers. Okay, and very excellent session. Okay, students, if you have any query, please ask in chat session. Okay, thank you. Everyone is saying thank you, sir, and very informative session.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Somebody said about startup funding. हाँ, कुछ कह रहे बफरिंग प्रॉब्लम, किसी को सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए. सर्टिफिकेट क्या करेगा दोस्त? सर्टिफिकेट किसी काम नहीं आता जिंदगी में. सर्टिफिकेट कभी भी काम नहीं आएगा किसी भी चीज में लाइफ में, ट्रस्ट मी. कोई पूछेगा भी नहीं. सबसे अच्छा एक क्वेश्चन जरूर मैं आंसर करना चाहूंगा, बिकॉज आई थिंक आई सॉ कपल ऑफ पीपल आस्किंग अबाउट स्टार्टअप फंडिंग. ठीक है कि पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे स्टार्टअप करने के लिए, फंडिंग कहाँ से आएगी? तो आई थिंक if somebody said avoid speaking in Hindi, I'm really sorry, but it had to be in English. इसका मैं PPT शेयर कर दूंगा आपके साथ. Okay, so let me quickly talk about startup funding for a bit before we get more questions. So see, for startup funding, I think initially the multiple stages, I'll not go into the technicality. So initially, I think when you are building the first level company, especially back in college, there are two ways of getting money. So first level money is of course you have to put from your own pocket, right? Very simply put, आप कुछ भी करोगे आपको अपना पैसा लगाना पड़ेगा. You have to put money from your own pocket, right? And then when I say put money from your own pocket, I'm not asking you to put in like a 10 lakh or a crore rupee, right? Today, if you are smarter and if you know that if you know how to turn right screws at right places, 10-20-25 हजार में आपका स्टार्टअप बिल्ड हो जाता है और प्रोडक्ट बिल्ड हो जाता है. लेट मी पुट इट दैट वे. इनफैक्ट इफ यू आर अ कंप्यूटर साइंस गाय एंड इफ यू आर हायरिंग एन इंजीनियर टू बिल्ड अ टेक प्रोडक्ट, डूब मरना चाहिए. लेट मी पुट इट वेरी अपफ्रंट, राइट? सो if you're a computer or maybe if you're a mechanical guy looking to build a tech product, and if you can't convince your friend to build the tech product for free, या आपके पूरे 400-500 हजार लोगों के कॉलेज में एक अच्छा दोस्त नहीं जो आप फ्री में काम कर दे, बॉस यू नीड फ्रेंड्स, ठीक है? तो बिकॉज दीज आर इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स. तुम एक दोस्त को कन्विंस नहीं कर सकते, को फाउंडर को, एम्प्लॉय को, इन्वेस्टर को कन्विंस कैसे करोगे, राइट? an entrepreneur has to be the number one salesman in the company, right? He has to, उसको अपने आप को बेचना पड़ेगा, कोई कुछ नहीं तो. So पहला फंडिंग आएगा अपने पॉकेट से. स्मार्टर हो तो जुगाड़ करके फ्री में बिल्ड करा लोगे. But most importantly, a lot of colleges run incubation centers where people give money. A lot of government schemes are there now which are exclusively for students. And most importantly, in fact, third, a lot of competitions happen which are exclusive for students, where there's a lot of prize money happening. And last but not the least, a lot of industry bodies like TIE, EO. For example, I run a program called GSEA, Global Student Entrepreneurship Award, for EO, Entrepreneur Organization, wherein the winner gets $25,000, right? Multiplied by 70-75, लगा लो हिसाब कितने रुपए बनते हैं, ठीक है? So and I think and you also get a fully paid trip to international destination. इस साल I think Macau, इस साल I think I don't know कहाँ था, last year Macau था, उसके पहले बर्लिन था, उसके पहले बांग्लादेश था, ढाका. So you know, you also get that exposure of going and meeting international entrepreneurs who are students. So all of these programs and competition is थोड़ा Google करना पड़ेगा, search करना पड़ेगा. All of these programs and competition are available purely for students. And in fact, Microsoft Imagine Cup होता है, उसमें अप्लाई कर सकते हो. बहुत सारे programs and competitions हैं जिनमें तुम अगर participate करोगे और जीत जाओगे या एटलीस्ट टॉप 3 में आ जाओगे तो प्रोडक्ट बिल्ड हो जाएगा एंड पैसा रेस हो जाएगा. I know super smart guys who by college end have been able to raise money up to like 5, 6, 7 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees also. So yeah, या फिर एक दूसरा एडवाइस है कि अगर तुम्हारा स्किल सेट अच्छा है तो फ्रीलांस गिग्स करो, उससे पैसे इकट्ठा करो. बहुत तरीके पैसे इकट्ठा करने के, सीड मनी के. अगर तुम्हें पैसे इकट्ठा 2020 में इंटरनेट होने के कारण नहीं करना आता ना, तो स्टार्टअप मत करना, नहीं हो पाएगा. हाँ, देन ऑफ कोर्स एंजल इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, VCs हैं, अलग सोर्सेज हैं. वो अभी I don't want to talk about that. That's too far-fetched of an idea. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? No more questions are coming in. ठीक है. I think we can move on to the next one then. If anybody has a question, then they can let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Dilmas.
Thank you.
Yeah, now we'll move to our third guest, Mr. Saket Agrawal. He is experienced technical writer with a demonstrated history of working in healthcare, education, and telecom industries. He has worked with NIRT Technologies, ITL Education, UHG, HCL Technologies, and recently he is in Expectra as assistant manager. He is best in API, MATLAB Flare, Visio Snag IT, Data. He is fast learner, motivator, innovator, and best in team. Mr. Saket.
Yeah, thank you so much for the introduction. Hello guys, I know it's been now 1 hour, and hi Shubham. So I passed out in 2010. So now it's been more than 10 years, and I'm so glad that I'm connected to all of you. I was never ever thought of like I would be the one who would be guiding you in your college days. But yeah, it's all thanks to Naman sir, who has given me such opportunity to help you out. So to start just with, I just wanted to share my presentation. Give me a minute. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, so I hope Shubham, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect, Shubham. Thanks for help. ठीक है. So यार अभी सब आपको बता रहे थे कि technical, and obviously that's Dilnawaz was an entrepreneur. Everyone has his own dream, right? But मैंने engineering करी. I was good in coding. I was good in coding when I was in 11th, 12th. Then I started like, okay, I have to be an engineer. But as I stepped into my first year and college में पढ़ना start किया, I realized यार ये कोडिंग एंड ऑल ये मेरे बस की नहीं है, एंड दैट वाज वेरी लाइक गुड रियलाइजेशन. आई वांट टू से दैट बिकॉज यू वांट टू डू द बेस्ट यू आर इन. सो दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर दैट यू शुड बी. ऐसा नहीं है हम इंजीनियर हैं so we would only be doing coding, we would only be doing testing, developing. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इतना ज्यादा आजकल मार्केट में इतनी सारी चीजें हैं. इट्स नॉट इंजीनियर्स आर रिस्पेक्टफुल, दैट्स द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, बट आप उसके अलावा नॉन टेक्निकल चीजें भी कर सकते हैं एज एन इंजीनियर. So to present this slide, so to this PPT, I'm again want to introduce myself. I'm Saket Agarwal, working as a service delivery manager right now in Spectra. And so it's been now 10 plus experience working as a writer, and so not as a writer, I would say as a technical writer. And that's technical just because I did my engineering and I got that job. And yeah, so I have got different experience in different domains, and that's what make Worthy, and that's where I am right now, and that's why I want to help you guys. That if you're doing an engineering, that doesn't mean everyone has to do that coding or development part. I saw that Dilnawaz had thrown up a question, how much you are good in your coding. Some of them answered on 2 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Don't worry, guys, I'm there to help you now. So to start with, so I would want to go back to my journey, college journey. क्या था, मैं जब फर्स्ट ईयर में आया सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा था. बहुत प्रेशर था फैमिली का, पढ़ना है, 12th है, बोर्ड है. फिर कॉलेज में आया, कॉलेज में आके सारा मतलब आई वाज फ्रॉम दिल्ली, सो एवरीथिंग वाज लाइक आई वाज स्टेइंग अप इन हॉस्टल, न्यू फ्रेंड्स, न्यू एनवायरनमेंट, एवरीथिंग वाज न्यू. आई वाज स्टेइंग अवे फ्रॉम माय फैमिली. बट या जैसे जैसे फर्स्ट ईयर कंप्लीट हुआ, मुझे ये रियलाइज हो गया, भाई कुछ भी हो, एग्जाम पास करना है, कैसे ही करो, बाय एनी हुक और क्रुक, सिंपल सी बात है. तो वो मैंने स्टार्ट किया. सेकेंड ईयर में जब आया तो व्हाट एवरीवन डज, वी बिकम रियल इंजीनियर्स, राइट? वी do study entire syllabus before exam. That's it. यही करते हैं हम. पूरे एक रात बैठ गए, अगले दिन पेपर दिया, पास हो गए. This is the only thing which we engineers do. Yes, I also did the same. क्या करते हैं, मैगी बना रहे हैं रात को, फ्रेंड से बातें कर रहे हैं, everything happens, and that's fine. That's where the life has to spend. We are in college, we have to live the moment we are. Everyone has to work in his or her age after some time. That's the proper time, we have to wait for that. But yes, I was also the same. Everything full masti, sab kuch again, but there was some struggle. कि मुझे करना क्या है, what I really love doing it. Is it the coding part? Is it something else? Is it the networking? Is it CCNA? What else? What should I do? I was really confused at that second. And I hope you guys should be as well. कि हाँ यार क्या करें, मेरा फ्रेंड जा रहा है अगर पाइथन करने, चलो मैं भी करता हूँ. मेरा फ्रेंड जा रहा है अगर CCNA करने, चलो मैं भी करता हूँ. But this is the same struggle which I always had when I was in the second year. Then I jumped into third year. लगने लगा, मेरे बॉस थे जो फोर्थ ईयर के, उनकी जॉब लगने लगी, वो प्लेसमेंट्स लेने लगे. मुझे थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगने लगा कि या आई नीड सम एडवाइस, आई नीड सम पीपल अराउंड मी हु कैन हेल्प मी आउट टू गेट माय नर्व्स डाउन, राइट? सो वही सब चीजें थर्ड ईयर में आते होने लग जाती हैं. हमें अपनी पर्पस लाइफ में क्या करना है वो कुछ थोड़ा बहुत समझ आने लग जाता है. एंड इंजीनियरिंग, यू स्टार्ट टेकिंग द शेप. दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. हमें पता लगने लग जाता है कि या एक साल बाद हमें जॉब करनी है, नहीं मिलेगी तो क्या होगा, कौन क्या बोलेगा, कैसे होगा, सब बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस जो है माइंड में आने लगते हैं. बट अगेन ये थर्ड ईयर तक था. फोर्थ ईयर में आने के बाद क्या होता है, इस अटायर फर्स्ट ईयर से लेके फाइनल ईयर में आने के लिए हमें इस अटायर को चेंज करने. फर्स्ट ईयर में कैसा था, बहुत ही लेजी, बहुत ही मतलब कि कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है हम ये फर्स्ट ईयर में. फाइनल ईयर में आता है, अगर मुझे अटायर चाहिए, मुझे बहुत कुछ करना है. मुझे क्या करना है, मुझे अपना जो ब्लैंक माइंड था उसको अपना एक यूजफुल इंजीनियर बनाना है, अपना आपको रखना है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट माय पर्पस इज टू डू इन इंजीनियरिंग. इट्स नॉट फॉर द सेक ऑफ जस्ट लाइक आई एम स्टडिंग. मैंने इंजीनियरिंग करी, मुझे डिग्री मिल गई. बिलीव मी, फर्स्ट ईयर से फोर्थ ईयर तक यू हैव एम्पल ऑफ टाइम टू realize what you are doing, what you have, what you want to be, and what you want to achieve. As per Dilnawaz again, वो 4 साल ऐसे होते हैं जहां पे आप सब कुछ अपने आप को मतलब सब कुछ आप कर सकते हो कि जो आप चाहते हो. 10 चीजें लो, उनमें से 4 फिल्टर आउट करो, 4 में से फिर 1 करो, और वो एक चीज को अपस्किल करते रहो. That's the most important thing. Not very, again, I want to say, फिर से कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि हमें डेवलपमेंट में जाना है, कोडिंग में जाना है, DBA बनना है, Oracle में जाना है, nothing like that. You have to take out the best in you. You know what happened? So there used to be my sir, Tarun sir, who used to teach me operating systems in my second year of college. So he used to write books for various universities other than RTU. So what happened? So once I was sitting with him, I was discussing something related to my subject. So I saw he's doing something which is like out of things which he used to do. And I asked him, क्या कर रहे हो सर, ये मतलब क्या लिख रहे हो इतनी देर से? So उन्होंने कहा कि I write books for various universities, for Punjab universities, for West Bengal University. And I was like, wow. He made me understand about those concepts. क्या क्या इसमें चीजें हमें कंसिडर करनी है, कॉपीराइट इश्यूज कैसे होते हैं, ये सब. तो उसके बाद I realized, yeah, this is my forte. This I also love to do. He helped me out for those 2 years, third and fourth year में. He gave me some assignments related to those books. मैंने वो complete करना. Obviously, I was not pro at it, but I did help him much about what I can all offer. So ये रहा कि मुझे जहां से अपने आप को समझ आने लगा कि मेरे को कहाँ जाना है. मेरे को इंजीनियरिंग में था कि चलो आए हैं, बट ऐसा भी था कि ठीक है कोडिंग करनी है, बेसिक नॉलेज होनी चाहिए, उसके साथ साथ बेस्ट क्या है जो मुझे अच्छा लगे. चाहे मेरी जॉब 6 महीने बाद लगी, 6 महीने पहले लगी, दैट्स नॉट एन थिंग विच वी शुड कंसिडर. थिंग वी शुड ऑलवेज बी कंसिडरिंग इज जो तुम्हें अच्छा लगना है वो करना. everyone would be saying यार इंजीनियर करके क्या राइटर बन गया, बट नो, you don't know how proud I feel whenever I say that I'm working as a technical writer. Believe me, trust me, every organization respects this position, respects this designation. I truly say this. So, okay, moving ahead. So now, what are some non-technical options that you have while doing engineering? So one is again technical writer. I have made that font bigger because we would be discussing more about it in coming slides. And they are data analyst. You can go for Tableau. You can excel yourself in MS Office Excel. Then they are HR specialists. It's not now necessary to be an MBA to be a HR. Believe me, trust me, that you should have good comm skills. You should have good mindset. You should have good innovations in your mind. You would be like jumping into these profiles very easily. Then trainer, of course. You can be a trainer, you can be a technical trainer, you can teach, you can train, you can be coach of everyone in the entire across organizations. Then instructional designer. Instructional designer again, part of technical writing skill where you upskill your thing with the instructional designer where you create videos and other graphics to learn so that people across country can learn about it. So these are some of the non-technical options. We have many more options related to non-technical, but these are some of the options which you would be very much aware about these terms. So moving ahead, now what is technical writing? So I say the technical writing is again, it describes how to perform a task. If for a layman language, if I say about कि भाई मैं अगर कहीं जा रहा हूँ, मुझे बोलना है कि मुझे ATM कैसे यूज करना है. So, मैं एक डॉक्यूमेंट लिखूंगा, मुझे उसमें पता लगेगा कि भाई कैसे करना है, तो मैं एक डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़ूंगा और डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़ के मैं वो स्टेप्स फॉलो करूंगा. नाउ सेम गोज विद द सॉफ्टवेयर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. बहुत सारी स्क्रीन्स होती हैं, बहुत सारे सेटअप होते हैं, बहुत सारा सॉफ्टवेयर जब लॉन्च होता है तो हमें जो यूजर्स को बताना पड़ता है कि भाई यू हैव टू गो इनटू दैट स्क्रीन, यू हैव टू क्लिक दिस, you have to go to that screen, ये होने से ये आएगा. So that's where we do technical writing. It describes how to perform a task. हम कैसे वो काम करें. इतनी कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजों को बहुत ज्यादा सिंप्लीफाई कर देता है in the form of words. सिर्फ हमें पढ़ के हम उसको पब्लिश करके हम किसी को भी बता सकते हैं. This is our software. This is our thing which we do, and how you can operate it. We can do. This is what technical writer does. It offers the solution. It offers the solution to problems. कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई यार, मैं तो यहाँ अटक गया. किसी को पूरे मतलब कोई अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कुछ अटक जाता है कहीं किसी सॉफ्टवेयर में, और वो कहाँ पे आता है? टेक्निकल राइटर के बाद. यार क्योंकि तूने ये चीज लिखी थी सब कुछ, you will be the master of it. Yes, we are the master of it because we know in and out of those software. So that's where what is technical writing is. We have very much larger domain than the rest of my peers. So that's what I want to say about it. Again, so moving ahead with this, we know why I am saying this is technical writing, why I'm not saying content, we do have a comparison. Now, what is technical? We know, we as I already told you, that it helps you to perform specific tasks. But as compared to content, हम मेनली SEO जो आजकल आप सुन रहे होंगे, ट्रैफिक, वेबसाइट कंटेंट जो हम लिखते हैं, जो ब्लॉग्स हम लिखते हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे हम मार्केटिंग के लिए जो पोस्ट लिखते हैं, दिस ऑल कंप्राइज ऑफ कंटेंट राइटिंग. बट जब जहां टेक्निकल की बात है, क्योंकि हमने इंजीनियरिंग की है, दिस इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर इंजीनियर्स. अगर कोई बंदा टेक्निकल राइटर में जाना चाहता है, he or she must be having an engineer degree. That's the beauty of it. So again, with the content writer, he can be BCom, he can be BSc, he can be any other graduate, but content writer को अगर वो बीटेक होगा तो कंटेंट राइटर नहीं हो सकता. बट टेक्निकल राइटर हमेशा ही बीटेक डिग्री उसके पास होनी चाहिए. दैट्स द मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड उसके बाद पैसा. You get more payouts as compared to content writer. I can tell you, when I started my job, I didn't get a job in my field. So my field was in writing. So I stayed up calm. I stayed up calm. Okay. Please avoid speaking in Hindi. Okay. So I would be in English, so that everyone would be on the same page. So, okay, then I stayed calm for 6 months. I didn't get the job because I wanted to be in writing. So, of course, at that time, way back in 2010, though this field was not very entirely globally known to everyone. So I waited for 6 months, and then I started my career with NIIT Technologies after 6 months. And you know what? In those 6 months, my batchmates were placed in TCS and maybe in Infi, and UHG, and in entire, they were been spread in entire country across, and were working with coding and all those stuff, were taking around 25,000-30,000 per month. And I was still helpless, jobless at that time. And you know what? My family supported, my relatives supported, everyone supported in me. Okay, you want to do something else? What everyone is doing, we will support you. That was the main advantage that I had. And after 6 months, I started working with NIIT as a technical writer. I started with my job with 25,000. But again, it was more pleasing to me. When you start now, why I'm saying with 25, why I'm not saying, why I'm giving you out this figure is because in content writing, when you will be going, or when anyone goes, the average package of them is around 10 to 12,000 per month. Of course, we are living for money. ये बोलने की बात है कि यार ठीक है हम 10,000 में काम कर लेंगे, 5,000 में. सिचुएशन सब कुछ करवाती है, but the end हमें पैसा चाहिए. Obviously, we are living for money. We are doing everything for our family. So ये है. तो टेक्निकल राइटर बहुत प्रेस्टिजियस प्रोफाइल है. यहाँ पे आप बहुत सारे टूल्स यूज करते हो, बहुत सारे आप ग्राफिक टूल्स यूज करते हो. उसके बाद आप यहाँ डेवलपर्स, जो रेस्ट API जो डेवलपर्स होते हैं, उनके लिए हम डॉक्यूमेंटेशन बनाते हैं. एंड I would be very blunt. Developers are very bad at writing. That's the perfect thing that I want to say right now. But उनके लिए एक प्रॉपर प्रोफाइल बनाई गई कि भैया तुम्हें राइटिंग इतनी अच्छी नहीं आती, लोग समझ नहीं पाते, क्लाइंट समझ नहीं पाते क्या है, तो हम टेक्निकल राइटर आए. This profile has been, you know what, started way back in 1991 from New Zealand and Australia. एंड यहाँ इंडिया आते आते थोड़ा लोगों को यहाँ पे पता लगने लगा, हर कंपनीज को पता लगने लगा, ओके इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है. So technical writer again only will be creating API documents, where I said जो RESTful API SOPs जो आजकल आप सुन रहे होंगे, COVID-19 में बहुत सारी गवर्नमेंट SOPs रिलीज कर रही है. So वही SOPs हम बनाते हैं, ट्रेनिंग मटेरियल्स बनाते हैं और हेल्प फाइल बनाते हैं. जैसे कोई मान लो मोबाइल हम नया लेते हैं और उसके साथ, या हम फॉर एन एग्जांपल वॉशिंग मशीन नया लेते हैं, तो उसके साथ एक हेल्प फाइल आती है, हाउ टू ऑपरेट that I'm giving you just a random example, but yeah, this is what we do. This is what we are supposed to help others. Now, what are the goals? What we want to achieve? What we want to have that? How we can do it? I will tell you next slide. So structure writing is the main thing which we do. Structure writing मतलब ये नहीं कि आज अभी हमने सबसे ऊपर लिखा terms and condition और अगले डॉक्यूमेंट में हमने लिख दिया सबसे नीचे. नो, दिस इज नॉट अ स्ट्रक्चर्ड राइटिंग, दिस इज अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड. प्रोफेशनलिज्म हमें शो करना है. अगर हम टेक्निकल राइटर हैं, कॉम स्किल्स हमारे बहुत अच्छे होने चाहिए. सो स्ट्रक्चर राइटिंग में क्या होगा, जो हमने एक बार लेआउट टेम्पलेट क्रिएट कर लिया, वी वुड बी टेकिंग दैट टेम्पलेट लेआउट अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर ऑडियंस, एंड वही हम हमेशा पब्लिश करेंगे. दिस इज स्ट्रक्चर. Everything has to be in a proper format. Everything has to be proper layout. Accurate instructions. We would always be giving the accurate key. If you need to go from A to B. You have to take a path from C. That is the only thing which we would be. We not be telling पहले A से B जाने के लिए D पे जाओ, D से C पे जाओ, C से A पे जाओ. No, straight forward, accurate instruction. जो चीज बाकी लोग 10 मिनट में करते हैं, वो हमें अपनी चीज में ऐसे लिखनी है कि 5 मिनट में कर दें. So this is the thing which we do. Then the relevant information. What best information? What relevant information we should be having in us with ourselves. We should be only providing that. We should not be providing irrelevant. कि जहाँ पे कोई मर रहा है तो उसे बोरियत फील हो, यार ये तो मेरी इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं, तो कोई चीज चाहिए ही नहीं थी, या मुझे कुछ अगर कुछ रन करना है या मुझे कुछ ऑपरेट करना है तो यार इसका कोई फायदा ही नहीं था. वी हैव टू टेक दोज थिंग्स आउट फ्रॉम अस कि भाई कौन सी चीज रेलेवेंट यूजर के लिए हो सकती है. वी हैव टू थिंक इन दैट वे. वी हैव टू बी आउट ऑफ बॉक्स थिंकर्स. We have to be innovators. So that's what technical writers' goals are. And then how we can achieve those? We have to understand the end goal. अगर मुझे कुछ करना है तो end goal क्या है? क्या वो काम वो अचीव कर पा रहा हूँ वो स्टेप्स फॉलो करके? Yes. तो वो हमारा होना चाहिए हमारे टेक्निकल. Know your audience. अगर कोई टेक सेवी ऑडियंस है तो मैं टेक्निकल टर्म्स यूज कर सकता हूँ. अगर कोई नॉन टेक्निकल ऑडियंस है तो मुझे वो वर्ड्स नहीं यूज करने जिनसे उन्हें गूगल करना पड़े कि भाई यार ये क्या मतलब हुआ. So that's where we don't want to. We have to be very much aware about for whom we are writing it. We have to be concise writers. We don't need to write everything which was been given to us. No, we have to be very much concise into it. We have to be a very much researcher. ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ Google पे research करना है. We have to like connect with lot of guys. We have to connect with lot of people in our organization. We have to think from their way as well, from their perspective. We have to research their mind as well. So that's where we are best in it. And then ऑब्वियसली जिसके लिए आप कुछ लिख रहे हो सॉफ्टवेयर के लिए या किसी प्रोडक्ट के लिए, तो आपको उस पर एक्सपर्ट होना चाहिए. आपको सब कुछ पता होना चाहिए वो सॉफ्टवेयर कैसे बिहेव करता है. टेस्टिंग कर लेनी चाहिए आपको वो डॉक्यूमेंट रिलीज करने से पहले. तो इससे फायदा क्या है? आपका सॉफ्टवेयर तो बना है जो डेवलपर ने बनाया, पर उस सॉफ्टवेयर को आप भी बहुत अच्छे से जानते हो, आप भी यूज कर सकते हो क्योंकि आपने उस सॉफ्टवेयर की मैनुअल बनाई है. दिस इज वेयर वी आर वेरी मच कनेक्टेड विद डेवलपर्स, एसएमईज, क्वालिटी एनालिस्ट, सबसे. So we play a very vital role in every kind of meetings we have. So again, to move forward, what are the skills which we require? Believe me, you should be a passion. You should have passion for writing. That's the most important skill. Good comm skills. ये comm skills आपके कहीं पे भी काम आ सकते हैं, नहीं कि सिर्फ writing में. कोई भी आप जॉब लेने जाते हो, how you present yourself. Most of the companies as a fresher आपको as a comm skills पे hire कर लेती है. उन्हें पता है कि मुझे इसको as a fresher सिखाना है, ट्रेनिंग देनी है. बट कॉम स्किल्स अगर नहीं है, चाहे आप टेक्निकली साउंड भी हो, तो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि कंपनीज उसको हायर नहीं करते. बिकॉज बहुत सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस अब जो है यूएस, यूके, कनाडा, इन सब के लिए काम करते हैं, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज के लिए, एंड दे नीड सम गुड कॉम स्किल्स बिकॉज उनका एक्सेंट और उनका सब समझने के लिए हमें ऐसे बंदे चाहिए होते हैं जो उसको आराम से समझ सके. टेक्निकली जब आप ऐसे फ्रेशर होते हो तो आपको वो सब सिखाते हैं ऐसे ट्रेनिंग में. 3 महीने 2 महीने की जो ट्रेनिंग होती है उसमें आप सब सीख जाते हो क्योंकि हर एक कंपनी का अलग अपना सेट रहता है, उसके अपने अलग सॉफ्टवेयर रहते हैं, उसके अलग अपनी नॉलेज रहती है जो देते हैं. बट आपके कॉम स्किल्स बहुत अच्छे होने चाहिए. यू हैव टू बी हैव द लिसनिंग स्किल्स अ लॉट. नाउ लिसनिंग स्किल्स कैन बी कैटेगराइज्ड इनटू 2 थिंग्स, पैसिव ऑब्जर्वेशन, एक्टिव ऑब्जर्वेशन. नाउ पैसिव मींस हम पैसिव क्या कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ सुन रहे हैं. हम मीटिंग में बैठे हैं, हम सुन रहे हैं जो सब क्या बोल रहे हैं, नोट्स बना रहे हैं, अच्छा इसमें ये का. We are gathering thoughts in ourselves. And active, when we are participating more. When someone is saying, we are questioning him or her. कि भाई ऐसा क्यों? ये क्यों नहीं हो सकता? Why can't we go with this path? Why are we going with other path? Then the personal relationship building is very much, again, as said by Dil Nawaz, हमें network build करना बहुत important है. As a fresher, as a college student, as a school kid, now LinkedIn ऐसा एक platform बन गया है जहाँ पे आप jobs easily देख सकते हो, अप्लाई कर सकते हो. उसके बाद आपके फ्रेंड्स अगर उस कंपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हैं तो आप उससे हेल्प ले सकते हो डायरेक्टली. जब मैं था इंजीनियरिंग में तो ऐसा कुछ लिंक्डइन था नहीं, मतलब मैं यूज नहीं करता था, इतना फेमस नहीं था जो आज हो गया है, 3-4 साल से हो गया है. तो उस टाइम ऐसा रहता था कि यार उसको रिज्यूमे भेजना है, उसको रिज्यूमे भेजना है, आता कहीं से कुछ नहीं था, करना अपना भी है सब कुछ, ये एक फैक्ट है. बट उसके बाद होता क्या है लिंक्डइन में, you don't believe it, मेरी फर्स्ट जॉब तो ठीक है ऑफलाइन लगा था, बट अगेन rest 4 of my jobs in my other companies are through LinkedIn only. People approach you, just put up a different profile, just put a unique profile on yourself, and believe me आपको बहुत सारी opportunities आएंगी. आप 10 में से 4 में नहीं सक्सेस होंगे, 6 में 100% सक्सेस होंगे। फेलियर से नहीं डरना है, दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट। मैं 6 महीने मुझे जॉब नहीं मिली थी तो यार मुझे ये नहीं करना कि मैं डिप्रेशन में आ गया। कोई कहता था बैंगलोर चला जाए, वहां तो जॉब ही जॉब मिलती है, कोई कहता था ये कर लो, कोई जो आपका मन करता है, यू हैव टू बी बेस्ट इन इट। ऐसा ना हो कि आपने कुछ ऐसा डिसीजन ले लिया जो फैमिली और रिलेटिव्स ने बोला हो और फिर उसको आप पूरी लाइफ रिग्रेट कर रहे हो, ये कभी नहीं होना चाहिए। सो बैक टू स्किल्स, time management skills is very important in technical writing. You have to be very much aware about that upfront about कि भाई कभी भी आपको काम मिल सकता है। रात को 1 बजे भी अगर होता है, कई बार मीटिंग्स उनके रिलीजेस होते हैं सॉफ्टवेयर वालों के, तो यू हैव टू बी इन दोज काइंड ऑफ मीटिंग्स एंड और कई बार आपके पास मल्टीपल प्रोजेक्ट्स आ जाते हैं, डिफरेंट टीम्स, डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट से, तो वो आपको मैनेज करना जरूरी आना चाहिए कि भाई एक बार में you have a lot of things on your plate, so you have to manage that. So that's the more important skill about the technical writer. कुछ ऐसा कोई कोडिंग का डायरेक्टली कोई हमें ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, बेसिक नॉलेज होनी चाहिए। हाँ भाई, ऑब्वियसली वी आर डूइंग इंजीनियरिंग, हमने 11th-12th में भी सब कुछ किया है, ये C++, तो बेसिक कोडिंग हमें आती है, हम रिलेट कर सकते हैं कि भाई ये क्या होता है और ये क्या होता है, ये कौन सा हेडर है, ये क्या काम करता है, हमें पता है। दैट्स द बेसिक नॉलेज वी शुड ऑलवेज गेन। बट इसके अलावा हम बिल्कुल परफेक्ट है। कॉम स्किल्स अच्छा कर दिया, राइटिंग के लिए पैशन है, तो यू आर गुड टू गो विद टेक्निकल राइटिंग। नाउ कुछ जॉब्स या टाइटल डेजिग्नेशन या आप जैसे सर्च करते हो लिंक्डइन पे करोगे या नौकरी पोर्टल्स पे करोगे, तो आप कुछ ऐसे टाइटल्स होते हैं जो कंपनीज हायर करती हैं या देती हैं हर एक को। सो सपोर्ट स्पेशलिस्ट वन ऑफ देम, एंड देन इंफॉर्मेशन आर्किटेक्ट, बिजनेस एनालिस्ट अनदर रोल। Business analyst में you get to have one more responsibility where you need to interact with clients, where to gather information, where you have to then pen it down and then create a document out of it. So business analyst another, then technical communicator is one of the designations you will get when you get hired from this. And again information developer, technical writer, कुछ ऐसे designation होता है जो अगर आप सर्च करोगे, अगर आप उसको फिल्टर लगा लोगे, तो आपके पास कुछ ऐसी जॉब्स काइंड ऑफ जो है आती ही रहेंगी। देन व्हाट आर दोस नाउ क्वेश्चन कि यार पता नहीं कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये करती होगी, कौन हायर करता होगा, कौन नहीं। बिलीव मी, सारी अब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सारी दे डू हायर टेक्निकल राइटर्स। व्हेन आई वाज इन UHG, यू नो व्हाट, बहुत सरप्राइज होंगे, हमारे पूरी UHG में टोटल 98 टेक्निकल राइटर्स थे, 98। एंड बिलीव, मतलब ऐसा था कि आई वाज सो सरप्राइज्ड, 98 in one organization, wow. So every organization across India, whether you are from mechanical, you would be having the companies which are associated with mechanical engineering, वो भी technical writer hire करती हैं, software वाली वो भी करती हैं, Accenture, Google, मतलब कोई भी आप कंपनी लोगे, everyone hires technical writer. That's the best part of being into this profile. ऐसा नहीं कि आपने कर लिया और आप यार आप कंपनी सुनिए, नो, every organization now hires technical writer. You would be associated very much closely with सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर्स, और मे बी ऑपरेशंस में जा रहे हो तो ट्रेनर्स के साथ आप बहुत क्लोजली काम करोगे। बट बिलीव मी, सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आजकल टेक्निकल राइटर हायर कर रही है, सबको इंपॉर्टेंस पता लग गया कि प्रोसेस फॉलो करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनकी कॉस्ट इंप्रूव होती है उससे। अगर एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस हमने बना दिया कि भाई ऑफिस 8 से 5 ही है, और अगर वो एक डॉक्यूमेंट करके हमने रिले कर दिया, तो एवरीवन वुड बी फॉलोइंग दैट डॉक्यूमेंट कि हाँ भाई 8 से 5 है, अगर 8:30 आया तो हाफ डे लग सकता है, ऐसा भी उसमें हम अगर डाल देंगे, तो दैट्स द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंस कम्स ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट। हर एक कंपनी में ये काम होता है, तो यू कैन इजिली गो एंड सर्च, चाहे वो ई-लर्निंग हो, टेलीकॉम हो, सॉफ्टवेयर हो, हेल्थ केयर हो, मैंने मतलब इन सब इंडस्ट्रीज में काम किया है, और भी अमेजोन हो, उबर हो, मतलब सब में ये हम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये हायर करती है। नाउ नेक्स्ट थिंग इज, सो नाउ ये सब कुछ तो हो गया, बट अब हम कुछ ऐसी चीजें वी शुड ऑलवेज थिंक दैट वी शुड ऑलवेज हैव दोज थिंग्स इन आवर माइंड, इज दैट व्हाइल गेटिंग अ जॉब वी हैव टू बॉस इन एनी वन स्किल। इट्स नॉट लाइक मैंने पाइथन भी कर ली, CCNA भी कर लिया, और मुझे तो यार चलो यार टेक्निकल राइटर भी बनना है, वो भी मैं थोड़ा बहुत कर लेता हूँ लिख लुका के। नहीं, अगर आप वैसे जॉब अब आप जा रहे हो, कोई इंटरव्यू में आप रहे हो, तो आपको एज ए अपनी एक स्किल वो पूछते हैं कि भाई आप अपने लिए बेस्ट कौन सी आप स्किल है जो आप यूज करते हो, तो आपको एक स्किल बतानी है, वो उसी से रिलेटेड थोड़ा बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं। जब तक आप उसमें पूरी PhD नहीं कर लोगे उस एक स्किल में, चाहे कोई भी हो, तो जब तक आप इजीली जॉब नहीं ढूंढ सकते। यू हैव टू बॉस इन एनी वन स्किल, यू हैव टू बी यूनिक। इट्स नॉट ऑल अबाउट परसेंटेज। ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने 80% पा लिया तो मेरे को पैकेज 10 लाख का मिलेगा, या उसके 60% है तो नहीं। मानता हूँ there has to be a proper threshold. The criteria should be 60% throughout your education. That has to be maintained, and that is fine. यार 60% तो ठीक है, you can always get it. But 60% चाहे 64 भी हो, 65 भी हो, 70 भी हो, 80 भी हो, everything is on the same page. कोई अलग नहीं है किसी से. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मेरे 85, मेरे जो इंजीनियरिंग में थे 64% थे अब तक RTO में 4 ईयर तक. तो ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे जॉब नहीं मिली और या मुझे ऐसा हुआ कि लोग कंपनीज रिजेक्ट कर रही हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. हाँ 60% होना चाहिए. कुछ कंपनीज होती है जो मेंटेन रखती हैं कि 60% हो तो बेटर है, बट ऐसा फिर भी नहीं है. 50-55% वालों को भी ले लेते हैं. कोई ऐसी कोई इतने कोई घबराने की कुछ ऐसी टेंशन की बात नहीं है. हाँ बैक्स आप क्लियर करते रहो. इंजीनियरिंग में बैक्स आती रहती है यार, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. तो डोंट फील बैड अबाउट इट. बट ठीक है, मेंटेन दोस परसेंटेज टू दैट लेवल जहां पे कंपनीज आपको हायर कर सके. तो 70-80 ये कुछ हमें टॉपर वॉपर वाला कुछ सीन नहीं होता इसमें. उसके बाद time is running out, so I will go. So some of the interview tips is research. You have, whenever you are going for an interview, you have to research company. क्या वो company क्या करती है, क्या उसका domain है, क्या उसका work culture है. उसके बाद सारे आपको अपने documents carry करने होते हैं. ये ना हो कि आप कुछ document इधर घर भूल गए और वहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हो कि यार मैं तो ये नहीं लाया. You should always be on time. That's a very important thing. Punctual होना बहुत important है. Always be on time. Before in fact you can always reach venue around maybe 15-20 minutes earlier. That would be the best thing. But and then prepare some basic interview questions. What's your strength, what's your weakness, what do you want to achieve in next 5 years, something like that. That would really help you in cracking those interviews. उसके बाद now अब मैं जॉब वॉब लग गई. 4th year students would be thinking उनकी जॉब लग गई. थोड़ा सा चलो ठीक है, अभी COVID-19 चल रहा है, थोड़ा डिले हुआ होगा आपकी उसमें. But now market is again getting a boom. Nothing like that. Everything is would be coming back onto the track. Believe me, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. ऐसा हम सब सोच रहे हैं कि यार जॉब नहीं मिलेगी, ये वो रिसेशन है. कुछ नहीं है. आज भी ओपनिंग्स हैं, आज भी हायरिंग्स हो रही हैं. So you have to be calm. So what are the myths? Myths क्या है यार? जब मैंने अपनी फर्स्ट जॉब की तो मुझे लगता है यार कॉलेज खत्म, अब मैं तो मजे ही नहीं कर पाऊंगा. नो, कॉलेज खत्म ठीक है, कॉलेज की अपनी लाइफ थी. नाउ आई हैव स्टेप्ड इनटू प्रोफेशनलिज्म. बहुत सही लाइफ हो जाती है. सैटरडे संडे ऑफ मिलते हैं, चिल आउट रहो. कॉलेज में जो फन था वही सेम फन हम अपने ऑफिस फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. देन सर्टिफिकेशंस आर मैटर फॉर प्रमोशन. कुछ काम नहीं आता. सर्टिफिकेशंस डजंट हेल्प यू अ लॉट. इट विल ओनली, मतलब आप अपना आप तो अपस्किल करो. यू हैव टू अपस्किल योरसेल्फ एंटायर फ्रॉम डे टू डे लाइफ, राइट. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज मैंने सर्टिफिकेशन कर लिया, मैं अपने बॉस को दिखा रहा हूँ, देखो यार मैंने, आप मेरा प्रमोशन करो. कुछ नहीं होता. आप अपस्किल कर रहे हो. ये सर्टिफिकेशन या ये अपस्किलिंग आपको काम करेगी स्विच करने में दूसरी कंपनी कि वे यू कैन शोकेस कि भाई मैंने ये आता है, मुझे ये मैंने इस कंपनी में सीखा है. देन आप वो बता सकते हो. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे अगर सेम कंपनी में प्रमोशन लेना है कि मैं यहाँ से ऊपर चले जाऊँ 2 पोजीशन तो सर्टिफिकेट दिखा दूँ. नथिंग मैटर. उसके बाद योर बॉस एंड टीम आर न्यू फ्रेंड्स. नथिंग लाइक दैट. भाई यहाँ पे प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में यू हैव टू बी वेरी मच इनटू योर ओन टास्क. आपने अपना काम किया, गए, खत्म. ऐसा नहीं कि बॉस के साथ चलो यार बॉस आज पार्टी करने चलते हैं, ये करने चलते हैं. You have to be more on a professional way. आपके कॉलेज फ्रेंड्स वो आपके हमेशा रहेंगे, स्कूल फ्रेंड्स रहेंगे, कॉलोनी फ्रेंड्स रहेंगे. बट हमेशा जब आप बॉस और टीम से अपने बात करते हो तो you have to be a thin line between you and them. So that's important. And then last is the challenges. So what are the challenges when you first stepped into a job? You have to be a very good the quick learner. ऐसा नहीं कि आज मुझे आता है तो मैं तो कॉलेज में ये सीख के आता. भाई अब नहीं. वहां पे आपको जॉब में फर्स्ट डे ऐसा भी होगा कि भाई तेरे को ये आता है, ठीक है, ये तो अपने पास रख. सेकंड डे तेरे को ये करना है, तेरे को करना है तो करना है. तो यू वुड बी गिवन असाइंड रैंडम प्रोजेक्ट्स. यू हैव देन लैक ऑफ गाइडेंस होती है. यार अब क्या करूं भाई, मैं अपने दोस्त को फोन करता हूं, भाई तेरे को आता है. सो देयर आर सम चैलेंजेस. यू हैव टू गेट प्रिपेयर्ड ऑन दिस. यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द वर्क कल्चर दैट यू हैव टू बी इनफॉर्मल्स. आजकल ठीक है कंपनी मतलब आपको अलाउ करती है कि चलो आप कैजुअल्स में आ जाओ, बट स्टिल यू फील वेरी मच प्राउड व्हेन यू गो इन फॉर्मल्स. यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट द वर्क कल्चर कि अगर मेरा कंपनी कहती है कि यू हैव टू बी ऑन टाइम एट 9, सो यू हैव टू बी. यू कांट बी यू कैंट हैव एन एक्सक्यूज कि भाई कॉलेज में अगर मेरा मन नहीं कर रहा, चल यार छोड़ना, लेक्चर कौन जा रहा है, ऐसा होता है ना. But in work, so these are some challenges when you step into some professionalism, and that's okay. You have that's the life. That's where things should move on as well. So just on the crunch of time, we have finished it, and yeah. So I know now a few of you have sent me some LinkedIn requests. That's so nice of you. We would always be get connected, but still, if any one of you wanted to connect with me, you can always come across from my Insta and LinkedIn. We can always share some experiences, and we can go further into it. So over to you, ma'am. We have already crossed time.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Mr. Saket Agrawal. Very good and energetic session to discuss a topic most of the students are not aware of, that is technical writing.
Exactly.
You motivated and inspired the students in technical writing. Basically, you explained each and every aspect of technical writing and challenges in today's era. Thanks a lot, Mr. Saket. Now, I would like to thank to our audience. Thanks a lot, everyone. This is the end for today's session. We'll again meet with new speakers and new excited topics. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe.